There's a testimony in every trouble. There's a song in every sorrow. There's a victory through these valleys. All we got to do is hold on and be strong. All I got to do is hold on and be strong.
Will you introduce yourself to us?
Okay, my name is Ven Lannap, and I'm the lead of Bosita. Bosita is a non-for-profit organization that is about developing the youth and challenging them to make positive impact in their different communities. One way that we do that is to dive into the fight against human trafficking, especially sex trafficking, because we realize that more than 90% of the victims of human trafficking are youths. So we say if we want to holistically deal with youths and challenge them, or even help them to be groomed, to find positive ways of making positive impact in their communities, we have to help them in the area of human trafficking. A lot of them are victims and they don't even know it, because human trafficking is such a hidden crime that if you don't know what it is, you wouldn't be able to prevent it or empower people to prevent it. So we decided to birth this platform called Project Rehab, which is a project of Bosita, and we fight human trafficking through that. Like, we work with the victims for them to become survivors that are making positive, productive impact in their different communities.
How far have you gone with Bosita and especially with the rehab aspect of things? Yes.
Okay. Bosita was birthed, interestingly, it was supposed to be just a TV talk show that challenges youths to step out. But then for me, I asked myself if I was doing that in my community. So I said, okay, stop with the TV talk show, go back to your community and start challenging youth and start working with youth and start making positive impact there. And so along the way, the non-profit organization was birthed. How far we've been able to deal with, for this summit that we're doing, a lot of the youth that you see hyperactive, helping one way or the other, doing are all products of my work with the community. So we've seen impact not just on the awareness or advocacy platform, but in the implementation. We see youth that we've groomed through one of our projects called Leader 5 that are now having their own organizations or even making positive impact in their communities and helping other youths to do the same. We've been able to rescue victims internationally, and we've helped school them, put them in schools. And today, you would never believe they were once in that situation. Locally, we've been able to challenge ourselves to step into communities, even the brothels. We've been able to rescue girls from there, and today they're doing amazingly well back with their parents. We've been able to challenge other youths that have seen us do work to say, okay, I want to do exactly what you're doing. We've been able to pick a child that ran away from home. For 4 years, she was nowhere. Because our work in the community with the girls, she's been able to go back home. We've been able to introduce ourselves to her family, and she's doing well. Sometimes it's rigorous. We've had one that now we are actually looking for her. It was going so well, and where is she today? So the work is not always good all the time, but the courage to go on and the passion to go on is that we're able to see a life that was almost given up on, touched, changed and transformed, to even want to do the same for the next person. So for me, it's amazing. And even on the platform of Project Rehab, we keep finding ways of creating new platforms. So we've been able to create Youth Against Slavery. Youth Against Slavery is where we train young people, whether in schools or groups in communities, to take up the challenge to fight for themselves, to become foot soldiers, because you can't wait for the adults. What if a trafficker comes and an adult is not there? What do you do? So it's a platform to say, okay, we can help ourselves. We can get empowered, prevent it from happening to us, and even for those that has happened, we can help with intervention. And then we have the Voice Summit. that we're dealing with here. And then we have our Hands of Hope. Like we go to a community and we say, okay, what is it that the community needs here? As we get to that core need of the community and we're helping them, it creates a platform for us to reach out with our Project Rehab outreach to them and say, okay, there are girls here that have been trafficked, because we realize in almost every community around the world, trafficking is happening. So these are different ways that we see that we can help put them together. And it's been amazing.
I would like to know what's the response of the authorities, because this is something you can't do all alone. Mm-hmm. What are the authorities saying? Have you gone towards them to say, please, we need your help?
Okay, I will tell you this, using the brothel outreach that we do. When people ask me this, I say, okay, just like you said, there are different ways we can't do it alone. This is the angle that we are taking. When you go to the brothel, we don't go saying we want to arrest the brothel owners because it's wrong for them and unlawful for them to have brothels. We tell them, because they tell us they're creating a platform for the girls to be able to find and earn something for themselves. And we tell them, okay, we have another way of doing that. So we go and make acquaintance with them, like introduce ourselves, and we do that. Now, for us to be able to get to the girls in the brothels, we can't bring the law. So yes, we tell the law, but we don't come with the law, because we need to get to the girls, which are the most important. They are the reason why I do what I do. So when you ask, yes, we have legal people, we work with authority, but we're not aggressive about it. We report and then we still go to the girls and pull them out. What if the brothel owner says, you can't come in, you brought the police to me the last time, the girls are in there, they can be rescued and rehabilitated. So that's the approach we go. And hence the One Voice Summit. When we bring all these people together and one person or group is saying, okay, we would take charge of that. As you go and get the girls, we would come with the law. We are all working together, but then we are dealing with this aspect and they are dealing with that aspect. Yeah.
Now, this is one Voice Summit, and lots of things have been said here, projections and plans, dreams. What are yours as the convener of a program like this?
Okay. I feel fulfilled, because for me, it's not even in the quantity, but the quality. People have asked me, why One Voice Summit? I'll tell you why. We've been working with about 3 communities in Jos, and we say we want to rehabilitate the victim of sex trafficking. So we go and meet the girls. We've met with more than 100 girls in the community. And one time, as we're doing it, we realized that it's not just the matter of sex trafficking. It's the matter of drug addiction. They're into drug trafficking when they're less than the adult age. No matter how you do it, it's drug trafficking. And they're faced with rape, which is not directly sex trafficking. And we're wondering that, okay, when we are talking about holistic rehabilitation, and we're just dealing with the issue of sex trafficking, we won't rehabilitate. They won't get rehabilitated holistically. So why not bring in other people that are experts in like drug issues, in like rape, in like sexual molestation, in like forced marriage, and let's come together under one umbrella with one voice to do this. Hence the birth of One Voice. How can we do it? We have to find a platform. Not because Summit is the in thing or a conference or a workshop, but that they are platforms that you can use to build movement. So One Voice Summit is actually a movement of passionate individuals that can go out there and say, I cannot sleep if I don't make change happen in this area, you know. So we decided to birth One Voice. It started as a social media campaign. We said, okay, there are a lot of youths out there. There are a lot of other people. Almost everybody uses Facebook. If you're not using Facebook, you're on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you're on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, they're on others that I don't even know the names. How can we bring all these people together? So we started the pictorial social media campaign that you were part of. We're still running that, but then, okay, how do we bring people that are like-minded? Even if they are 5, even if they are 10, no matter the number, let's come and talk business in such a way that you wouldn't be able to sleep until you do something when you leave. And so far, so good. I see that happening. Like different ways, we'll continue with that through the evening. But when you see an artist that dances, showcasing how he's using dance to raise awareness, then you bring a security expert that is not a policeman or is wearing uniform and is dealing with that issue. And then you bring a media person that is also practically using media right here to showcase that. Then you bring a musician. We've been listening to a lot of music. And then we bring a fashion designer. How is she using her fashion design? And like you see my beautiful face, well made up, a makeup artist coming on board to say, okay, I'm contributing my... This taught me so much, and I'm saying I'm fighting it aggressively. These other people are joining. It makes it easier, right? Yeah. So we're making it personal, and I see that going a long way, and I'm really happy that God is using me to make this possible. I'm excited about that.
On a final note, what you are saying basically is everybody has something to bring on the table in the fight against human trafficking.
Yes, everybody, no matter what you do, no matter what you are, no matter who you are, class don't matter, race don't matter, religion don't matter. All we are saying, together we make it easy. Whether you're a banker, you're an artist, you're a scientist, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're a freelancer, you're a writer, no matter who you are, student, illiterate, this thing affects everyone. That's why it's such a global thing. And when we share stories, we realize that they are similar, though we are different even with our color. So we're saying, I am saying that it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. You have something to do. And we've been seeing it. We had someone that is using his talents and skills to do that. He came on board today and he just brought it back home to us. Like you're having a conversation with him. That's to tell you that it affects everybody. Hollywood are turning it into movies. Nollywood are turning it into movies. All over. It's a reality that we all need to do something about. Yeah.
Well, I believe we are on board now, and we will be moving together. And what are the immediate plans, future plans you have?
For me, that right now, it doesn't matter whether it's Bosita made or not, but as long as you are here or you are able to get it through the Facebook live feed that you've been doing, whoever you are, wherever you are, start doing something right there. That's the immediate plan. Start doing something. If you're still rattle about how you can do it, then contact us. We are ready to give you all that we've got. Because it's not about us. It's not about where we are. It's about everybody. So the immediate plan is, as we live here, we don't go to sleep and say, yay, I attended this conference and I met someone from Cameroon that lives in Lagos that's claiming Jos. He's from Jos now. But that it's about, I came here, I heard this, and I am not resting and I'm not relenting until I'm able to do something to help the victims of human trafficking, to raise awareness. So whether through awareness, whether through starting brothel outreach or community outreach, whether through training people, whether through organizing summits like this, whatever way it is, you have to start doing something. So start doing something. Make it personal. Take that personal step to make it real. Like I am doing, like you are doing, like the next person is doing. Together, we can win this fight.
Thank you.
There's a testimony in every trouble. There's a song in every sorrow. There's a victory through this valleys. All we got to do is hold on and be strong. All I got to do is hold on and be strong. There's a testimony in every trouble. There's a song in every sorrow.